Good morning, students. In today's tutorial, we are going to discuss essays. Before beginning with the video, I will first discuss objectives. By the end, you will be able to express yourself and your views on the topic of visits. These are the names of the essays. I hope you have already noted them down from Snap homework. So now I will discuss the points. Let us discuss. What are the points we should write on when we are writing essays on visits? Number 1, as you all know, that is quotation. Number 2 is always introduction. Now because we are writing about visit, so the first thing that we are going to discuss, when did we go, where did we go, and who all accompanied us. So the third point will be when, where, and with whom. Now when you start a visit, first of all you will describe the scene outside your home. So the fourth point will be scene on the way. Okay children, when you reach the particular place or destination, you will describe what did you see there, or the other things required for visit, like how did you buy the tickets, or how did you enjoy there. So the next point will be scene at the place. Place here refers to the exhibition, museum, or fair. When you enter the exhibition, museum, or fair, so what will be the scene there? Remember children, your essays are visits. So this is the point which has to be elaborated the most. After this, you have to write down the personal experience of the visits, the scene you saw inside. What all did you do? How did you enjoy there? What was the atmosphere? You can also mention any incident that took place during your visit. So I repeat, this point has to be the most elaborated one. Other points are like ornamentation of this point. After describing your personal experience, the last point will be when you came out of exhibition, museum, or fair. So finally, you describe your experience and then conclude the essay. The conclusion will be if you enjoyed it or not. How did it help you? How did it add to your cup of knowledge? How did it give you first-hand knowledge or experience? You can even give general experience of visits and end the essay with good quotation. I hope you have understood the points. Now we will discuss the essay. But before starting with the essay, let me give you an overview of what you should write. Now imagine as you see the pictures. Imagine a visit in your mind and then you have to write down whatever comes to your mind in good language using good vocabulary words. So the first point is when you think of a visit, first of all we decide a destination. The next point is you choose the mode of travel. Now you will observe what all did you see outside. Then you reach the particular place or your destination. After that you will describe who has bought the tickets. Then describe the people around you. What was the atmosphere? What did you see inside? What did you eat? What were the other people doing? Did you interact with anyone? What did you buy? Now, when you are done with your visit, what was your experience? What all did you learn from there? Now, when your visit ended, So what was your overall experience? At last, in conclusion, you will write how visits help us and why are they important. I hope you all have understood the points. Okay, students, now we are going to discuss the essay, A Visit to an Exhibition. As you know that, we have already discussed the points. So, the point number 1 is quotation. Children, you can add different quotations. Okay, quotation number 1 is, visits enhance our knowledge. Okay, number 2 is, visits refresh your mind. Number 3 is, visits add to the cup of our knowledge. Okay, let's move on to the next point, that is introduction. Children, you can see hints are given. So you can use these hints for making different sentences. Our first hint is modern era. So I can make a sentence, in the rat race of modern era, man runs from post to pillar for his survival. The meaning of post to pillar is one place to another. He gets tired of doing work and needs some respite. And the meaning of respite is break. At that time, visits act as a lubricant for the tired machine of human body. To break the monotony, he visits various places such as hill stations, beaches, etc. to rest himself physically. He also goes to museums, fairs, exhibitions, etc. to keep in touch with his roots and also to add to his cup of knowledge. Okay, now the question arises, what is exhibition? Okay, an exhibition is a public display of works of art or items of interest held in an art gallery, museum or at a trade fair. A large number of things are sold and bought in exhibitions. Some exhibitions have national importance. Its main purpose is to exhibit new products in the market, and the meaning of exhibit is display. Okay, look at the next point, that is when, where and with whom. In this point, you have to mention when did you visit, where did you visit and with whom did you visit. Okay children, you can see hints are given. So you can use these hints for making different sentences. Okay, our first hint is school. Last month, our school organized an excursion to the art gallery of the city to see one such exhibition. We were a party of 40 students, accompanied by our history teacher, Miss Reena. Before setting out, she gave us a detail of the exhibits there and explained their historical and cultural importance. She gave a brief of how the excursion was going to give us the first-hand knowledge of the history chapter which we were going to study in our first term syllabus. Okay, let's move on to the next point, that is seen on the way. Children, you can see hints are given. So you can use these hints for making different sentences. Okay, our first hint is cloudy morning. The cool cloudy morning of 30th May was indeed the perfect day for it. As we stepped out of school to get settled in the school bus, a refreshing gust of wind welcomed us. And the meaning of gust of wind is sudden strong wind. It was around 7:30 and we were supposed to reach the art gallery by 8. The chirping of birds looking for shelter from supposed to rain tuned our minds by clearing the unnecessary stuff to make room for the new knowledge that the exhibition was going to pour in. All of us were very excited, as most of us were going to witness an exhibition for the very first time in life. Okay children, let's move on to the next point, that is scene at the place. Children, you can see hints are given. So you can make different sentences by using these hints. Okay, our first hint is days of wonder. So we can make a sentence, as we entered the art gallery, we were taken by days of wonder to see the splendid display of artifacts. The exhibits were from India, China, Greece, Rome, and the Middle East. They belonged from prehistoric period to the Middle Ages. There were a number of statues of Buddha, standing, sitting, and reclining, also beautiful, majestic, and wonderful. There we saw sparkling ornaments with precious gems studded in pure gold. Then there were coins of gold, silver, and bronze. They showed how rich, wonderful, and enduring had been Indian heritage and culture. In garment section, there were clothes of different taste and interest. There were latest hosiery products, woolen shawls, blankets, and embroidery products, which were a source of attraction. And in the last section of the exhibition, a troupe from Rajasthan also performed a folk dance in the open courtyard. Okay, let's move on to the next point, that is personal experience. Okay, our first hint is wonderful. So we can make a sentence, it was for the first time that we saw such a wonderful exhibition. It was both educative and interesting. It was organized beautifully at a grand scale. It took us about 2.5 hours to have a look at the entire exhibition. It was an excursion I shall never forget. It not only rose our interest in Indian history, but also in Indus Valley and Harappa civilizations. Okay, look at the next point, that is conclusion. Children, again I am telling you, hints are given. So you can make different sentences by using these hints. Okay, our first hint is vital, and the meaning of vital is important. So we can make a sentence, in the nutshell we can say that visits play a vital role in our life. They sharpen our minds. They indeed provide a welcome change from drudgery of daily routine. As we were going back to school, the images of richly displayed goods we had seen inside the exhibition were floating before our eyes. This exhibition left an indelible impression on our minds, and the meaning of indelible is permanent. I hope you all have understood this essay. Now plan other essays by using the hints given in Snap Homework.